For Andrew and Amanda Hanson, having a baby is a dream come true.
He's our special little guy.
But this baby boy, Karson, is actually their second child.
You know, we talk to him all the time about Clayton.
Less than a year before Karson was born, their first son, Clayton, died shortly after birth. A devastating loss, something they're still grieving.
I was just so mad. It's like nobody said this could happen.
April 6th, 2013, Amanda was past her due date and induced, but her labor was routine. The Hansons hired local shutter-happy photographer Sarah Ledford to capture the birth.
My job there is to be the little fly on the wall.
And they broke my water. It was clear, so there was no signs of, distress, that anything was wrong. It wasn't until, that he came out and you kind of wait for that cry. And there wasn't one. I'm like, there's something wrong.
I mean, the whole room went silent, and everybody was just holding their breath, waiting for baby to cry. And the NICU team came in, and it was just swarmed with people, and I was not just the photographer anymore.
They finally revived him and brought him over, and I just got to hold his hand, and they whisked him off.
Their joy quickly turned to unimaginable pain. Baby Clayton had aspirated meconium and he'd gone too long without oxygen.
Had they seen any signs, they would have done a C-section.
Amanda's doctor, Brian Hodges, was devastated too.
He cried right along with us. At that point, he wasn't even a doctor anymore.
Coming home to Kuna without a baby was the toughest part.
The nursery was set up. Toys were out, and coming home, and he wasn't with us. That was so hard. We just had to really focus on each other and figuring out a way to find some sort of joy again.
Just 3 months later, a miracle. Amanda found out she was pregnant again. The news came with mixed emotions.
Yeah.
And we were in shock.
Almost a year.
I was terrified from the instant I found out.
Photographer Sarah Ledford was one of the first people Amanda called. This was her rainbow baby.
So I actually didn't even know what a rainbow baby was. And she comes to her maternity session and she's got paint. We just had her paint a rainbow right on her pregnant belly. That's your promise after a storm.
10 months after the loss of Clayton, on February 21st of this year, they were all back in the delivery room at St. Luke's Hospital.
Nervous, way more nervous than we were before.
Again, Ledford captured it all on camera.
As soon as that baby came out, he was just like full-on battle cry. And everybody was crying, and I was crying.
I'd look back at Dr. Hodges, and I could just see how relieved he was, too. And I couldn't help it. I just had to give him a hug because it just felt right.
That's when Ledford snapped this picture, now seen by people around the world.
And I literally looked up, and Andrew just grabbed Dr. Hodges, and they were both just bawling, and I just kept on shooting.
This powerful image went viral on her Facebook page, and Today.com picked it up. Now, the Hansons' story of loss and hope is everywhere.
I mean, if our story helps anybody who's going through the same thing, know that there is hope. That's all we could ask.
The Hansons surprised Dr. Hodges at his office this week.
Oh my God. Yeah, how are you doing?
I think watching them, I think they're two of the strongest people I've ever met.
As for that famous picture,
And I think a very personal moment was caught on film. And I think there was just such a great sense of relief and joy. I'm glad their story is being told.
now this picture of Karson, the Hansons' rainbow baby, hangs in his office.
Hope. That they're the light at the end of the tunnel, that he was able to bring us joy after so much grief. And every day I just look at him and I just smile and hope.
My big brother has my back.
He is a guardian angel, and he will always have his big brother.